Hello and welcome to the short video on virtual reality. This video is written and presented by Jariwara Samath and Johan Vipin. In this video, we're going to present a history of virtual reality, how it emerged and how it became popular in today's time. In the year 1838 came the first innovation that founded the basis of a successful VR experience. It was founded by Sir Charles V. Stone, and he invented stereoscope. It was known as a radical innovation. In the year 1956, scientist Morton Hellick took that experience to a whole new level by introducing Sensorama experience. It was also known as the cinema of the future at that time. It meant we can replicate the same experience that we experienced in the 70 theaters, and it was known as radical innovation. In 1965, Ivan Sutherland worked and improved some concepts of HMD. We can say it reinforced, the concepts of HMD and created its own ultimate display. In 1975, Myron Kruger introduced the first interactive VR platform. It was a radical innovation, and it helped viewer do anything, and the computer would mimic that. In 1979, McDonnell Douglas Corporation introduced Vital Helmet based on the concepts of HMD, and it was used in the military sector to track the enemy movements in the air. It was also known as radical innovation. In the year 1985, Jaron Lanier and Thomas Zimmerman founded VPL Research, and they upgraded the VR machine with data gloves, something that helped viewers do any sort of hand movements, and the computer would mimic that, as we can clearly see from the picture. It was also known as incremental innovation, and it was the first company to sell VR goggles and gloves, data gloves, iPhone, HMD, and audio sphere equipments. In the year 1989, NASA contracted a Scottish scientist and worked on the element or the audio element of the View, that is Virtual Environment Workstation project. And from this point came the emergence of binaural 3D audio processing. It was also known as incremental innovation. In the year 1990, Jonathan Walden presented a VR arcade machine in the exhibition at Computer Games Graphics in 1990s, and it was known as incremental innovation, and it was the first hands-on experience for the viewers or for the audience. In the 1991, Antonio Medina introduced the computer-simulated teleoperation, something that helped viewers experience how it felt like driving rovers from the Mars to the Earth. And it was the first mass-produced VR entertainment system. It was known as incremental innovation. In the year 2001, SAS Cube introduced the first PC-based cubic room, something where viewers could get a 360-degree view of a particular landscape. And from this point came the emergence of Virtual's VR Pack. It was known as radical innovation. In the year 2010, Google introduced the first 3D mode for Street View. It was a stereoscopic 3D mode for Street View, and it was known as radical innovation. Later in the year 2012, Lucky launched Oculus Rift in the market, and we can clearly see that how advanced it is now. I mean, it was then in 2012, then it was introduced the first time in 1838, and it was known as incremental innovation. Then, in the later years, many companies like Sony, Samsung came up with different versions of their own VR. And for Sony PS4, it was Project Morpheus, and for Samsung, it was Samsung Gear VR that used phone in order to execute a virtual experience for its user. And then in 2016, HTC Vive Stream VR headset introduced its own VR device with remotes. So this was also known as an incremental experience, and in terms of innovation. And now the viewers were also able to use remotes with, along with their hand movements and their feet movements. And then Wall Street did something interesting, as it created a VR roller coaster based on the ups and downs of the Nasdaq stock market. The graphical display can be clearly seen from the picture. And then later, BBC tried to create a 3D view of the jungle migrant camp in the Syria. We can clearly see that. If I could play the video, see. It was a 360-degree view, and BBC was successful in giving its viewer a complete reality experience of how it was, to like in the Syrian migrant camp. And then, well, so this was all about the present, but if I talk about the future, we can have even much more advanced uses of virtual reality. The example is right in front of you. A lady actually not using a physical computer system, but it's just even a better display through the use of VR. This is also known as a radical innovation or expected to be a radical innovation. Then, yeah, the second one. This is so imagine the architecture in today's time developing a physical model of the design, but now in the future will not be able to go through all those physical model preparation, as it would then be replaced by the virtual reality. If you just put in the graphics, and we can then explain the viewers on how a design can work with the use of virtual reality. And this is also expected to be the radical innovation. And this is the future that I'm going to present now. So this is exactly how future is going to be for all of us. And by the end of this video, you would see, the present. So then you will get an idea of what we can expect in the future. You can see, the things, the lighting things that around us. Yeah, now they're all gone. So this is the reality, and that was the future, and we will expect the same thing at some point in coming years. Yes, this is the exact future, right? All these things that we see, they don't exist in today's time, but will surely exist in the future. So, with this video, we would wrap up the presentation. But before we finish it, I would just like to say that virtual reality also have a scope, or will also be replaced by augmented reality. I mean, of course, virtual reality has a deep scope in improvement, but in coming years, it will be totally replaced by augmented reality, something that will be, giving viewers a chance to see the artificial reality existing in front of their eyes and not by wearing the VR gear. So with this, I wrap up the video and stay tuned for the next update.